All the skiers at Pineland envy Ted Hall because he's the one who got hit on the back of the head and knocked to the ground by a barred owl.
And when I got my wits about me, there was an owl that flew right up into the tree, just not very far from me at all, and was just looking at me.
What had been a fun late afternoon ski was disrupted now.
So I backed up the trail to keep my eye a little bit on her, and as I got a little bit further up the trail, she swooped over me again, probably 1.5 or 2 feet over my head, and roosted again behind me, and I kept my eye on her again, and eventually got away from it and skied down the trail.
Newsworthy because of its location. The attack was not at all rare. Pineland swung into action because while it is a recreation center, it also protects habitat for dozens of species, says Sam Brazier.
The older owls and the younger owls seem to have the more territorial tendencies.
This sort of thing tends to happen all over. I can think of when I went to school up at UMaine Orono, there was kind of a famous owl around there that for years has been bonking students on the head.
Doug Hitchcox, the staff naturalist at Maine Audubon, says we should think of owl strikes as an early sign of spring.
People think of robins as a sign of spring. They're actually year-round in Maine, so not as great a sign, but hearing owls calling in your backyard, duetting back and forth is a nice early sign for sure.
As is a whack on the head, and hey, you make national news.
Being a high school principal, I got a few headlines once in a while. This is a little bit more fun.